Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Frank's Collecting Castle. And today, I'm not going to talk as much about movies. I only have one movie, but I'm going to talk a bit more about some comic books and specifically Daredevil and Daredevil Born Again. But before we get into the comics, let's talk about the one movie that I have picked up, and that is by Michelangelo Antonioni from 1966, Blow Up. So this is like a Giallo-esque movie about a fashion photographer who is shooting pictures, and when he is developing or blowing up his pictures, he notices that he has accidentally shot a murder. He has pictures of a murder unknowingly. So that is very, very interesting. I have not seen, I got this movie yesterday, so I'm very, very excited to watch this. This is the DVD. It does have a Criterion release as well on Blu-ray. But it's a very stylized movie, and I'm very, very, you can pause that and read that if you want to, but I'm very excited to, there's actually some special features here, some audio commentary, and a music-only audio track, and 2 theatrical trailers. So for DVD, that's quite good. But I'm very excited to get into this movie. That's Blow Up by Michelangelo Antonioni. And this movie features the beautiful Vanessa Redgrave, David Lemmings, and Sarah Miles. So that's Blow Up. Oh, let's take a look at the disc itself. There we go. Blow Up from 1966. Sorry. Now, the main focus of this video is Daredevil. Now, we have a new season of Daredevil on Disney Plus, and it is called Daredevil Born Again. So a couple of weeks ago, I picked up this new edition from DC Comics, their Marvel Premiere Collection line of Daredevil Born Again by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. So this was released, this came out last year. I have an older trade as well, Born Again. So you can see the difference here. Here's the standard edition trade. This edition is much smaller. This edition, see when this came out, if you can see, this printing is from, trying to find when it was released. Usually you can, sorry for the, yeah, it doesn't focus, come on, there we go. Having a hard time finding when this edition came out. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't find when this edition came out, but it's at least 15 years old, this edition. So it covers Daredevil 226 to 234. I think this edition is much thicker. Well, it has to do obviously with this doesn't say how many, but this has lots more of extra materials. But this is, as I said, this is probably almost 20 years old, this edition, this trade. I love this so much. This is such a great series. I haven't read it in quite a while though, but man, just look at the artwork here, the opening artwork. It's beautiful artwork. I love this era of comics overall. You know, 70s and 80s, that's my jam. More you know, grounded and gritty and dark and dirty and evil, basically nasty. That's my type of artwork. And then we go into the new printing here, so we're just going to compare. Get some praise for it. You have Frank Miller, Dave Mazzucchelli, you have the color artists, you have the Mazzucchelli, you have the editor, and you have the letterer. So that's the entire creative team for this book. You have a foreword here by Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil in the TV show. And you have another introduction by Frank Miller from 2024. So it's a new introduction. You can see they haven't changed, they haven't done any recoloring or stuff like that, which I usually don't like when they recolor comics. You can see it's the same. All the same here. In this edition, though, you have quite a lot of extras. Sorry for not being in focus. There we go. Quite a lot of extras. Let's just flip through. You have a script. It's pretty damn cool. And a lot of the sketches. It's very nice. I don't think this has some script, but you can see it's pretty much the same edition. This is just a smaller version, so it's thicker. So talking about Frank Miller and Mazzucchelli's run, I figured we'd go through some of the other stuff in his run. One of the graphic novels he did was this one. This is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. This came out later, but this is with John Romita Jr. as the artist. This is a great book as well. This is really, really good. I'm a big fan of this one. Awesome artwork. And then I have Daredevil by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson. The entire, not the, well, this is the Visionaries, they're called, this line. So this is volume 1. So this covers, let's see. So this has Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 27-28, Daredevil 158 through 161, and 163 through 172. So this is when Miller started his Daredevil run, and he was actually in Spider-Man. And you can see a shift in the art style here. This is all wonderful stuff. So a lot of the TV show has been based on on this run. We have volume 2. It has Daredevil 173 through 184. So this is illustrated by Miller and Janson. So yeah, a lot of the TV show is based on Miller's run, but it's also based on the Bendis and Malev run, which I'm going to talk about as well. Why not? I really love that run too. But this really took Daredevil to a new level as to what he's been previously in the 70s. Here we have Elektra. And then we have volume 3. This covers 185 through 191, 219, and Daredevil, Love and War, and What If number 28. So it's written by Frank Miller, Mike W. Barr, illustrated by Miller, Jansen, John Buscema, and Bill Sienkiewicz. This entire run is so good. I'm a big fan of this run. There's Stilt Man. The more stupid characters in the history of Marvel, I would say, but yeah. This actually looks like it's been recolored. That's a nice cover. Yeah, it's fantastic artwork. Beautiful artwork. So another part of the series, the TV show that has taken inspiration is from this run by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleb. So not only the Frank Miller, but these are the two runs that the TV show has taken inspiration from. So this is Daredevil by... Oh, this is the Brubaker run, I'm sorry. Brubaker, Michael Lark, which is also a big part of it. Okay. Here's... Man, I picked up the wrong ones, but this is the Brubaker. Let's go pick up the... We're moving over here to get the Bendis Malev run. There we go. That's the right one. I'm sorry. The Brubaker Michael Lark run followed the Bendis run, which is just as good. So I might as well show this off as well. Here is the Bendis Malev run. So this is volume 1. Covers Daredevil 16 through 19 and 26 through 40. Yeah, they always like to restart the numbering. This is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. This is one of my all-time favorite comic book runs ever. Such a big fan of this run. It has all these different stories and story arcs to go through the entire run, but it has a big overlapping arc that runs through the entire series as well. And it's dark and it's gritty. And if you read the Frank Miller run, and if you read this run, and you continue to read the Brubaker run, you're gonna see Daredevil go through a lot of hardship. It's not an easy time to be Matthew Murdock. It's not an easy time to be Daredevil in any way. And I like this because the artwork is very grounded. You know, it makes it look more real. It almost, the artwork almost reminds me of Sean Phillips. So that's volume 1. Here's volume 2. That covers 41 through 50 and 56 through 65. like that cover. Like these two covers. They're great. They go very well together. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this is my jam as well. I really enjoy this stuff. This is such a good run. When I was coming towards the end of this series, this run, I was really sad because I enjoyed this so much. It was so good. And I just like, I didn't want it to end. Such a good run, such an important run in the history of Daredevil. That's cool. So let's go into volume 3. There's a Marvel logo. Then we have Daredevil 66 through 81. What if Karen Page had lived? Ultimate Marvel Team Up 6 through 8. So it's Bendis, Malev, with Lark and Bill Sienkiewicz. Now, these are available in omnibus form. There's Gladiator. I know they reprinted the Bendis run, or the Brubaker run. I don't know if they reprinted the Bendis run completely. If they have reprinted the omnibuses, but I have these beautiful thick trades of this run. And it is gritty, and it's dark, and it's violent. It's here's Black Widow. Elektra. So then it moved seemingly just perfectly into the Brubaker run. Brubaker and Michael Lark. And this covers, let's see, there we go. And it moved back in the numbering. So Daredevil 106 through 119 and number 500. So we got Greg Rucka writing this time, with Michael Lark, Paul Acosta, Clay Mann, Donzi Zanjic, and David Aja. This was a really good run as well. Just continued the Brubaker, what Brubaker had created, sort of say. And it sort of continued the dark path for the Red Devil himself. We move into volume. Was this volume? I'm mixing these up, aren't I? This was volume 3. I'm sorry. This is volume 1 and that's volume 2. I'm really sorry. Just mixed it completely. So this has 82 through 93. This is by Brubaker, Lark, and Aja. You can see how dark it is. Dark and gritty, and it's like to the ground, sort of say, street level heroes. And then volume 2 now, which has 94 through 105. So if you want to read comics, if you're not a comic book reader, and if you're watching the Daredevil TV show and you sort of get inspired, these are the comics that inspired the TV show. So we got the Brubaker Lark Run, all 3 volumes. You have the Bendis Malev Run, which takes a lot of inspiration from. Love these 2 covers a lot. I think they look really good. And you have the Bendis, the Frank Miller, Klaus Janson run, which it of course takes a whole lot of inspiration from. You have the graphic novel Man Without Fear. And of course you have Born Again itself. So, what do you guys think about Daredevil as a character, this storyline, Born Again, these runs of Miller and Brubaker and Bendis, and how do you like these? Have you seen this movie? What do you think about it? As I said, I just picked it up yesterday, so I'm really excited to watch this. So that's stuff that I have picked up, the movie and the new edition of Born Again. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Maybe a possible subscribe and a thumb up. And let me know in the comments. I really want to know what you have to say. So see you all soon again with another video. And take care, stay healthy, and bye everybody.